Hello students, welcome to the session of microprocessor based system design. In this, first we will learn what is microprocessor. It is one of the most important components of a digital computer. It acts as the brain of a computer system. Before going into the detailed description of a microprocessor, we will learn some basic knowledge about what is digital computer. Then we will study what are the evaluation of microprocessors. Then after that we will study what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Then we will study about this course structure, means in this subject what we are going to learn. After that I will tell you about what are the textbooks and the reference books. So see, what is microprocessor? It is a hardware component of computer and it works as the brain of the computer system as well as used in computer, because without using microprocessor, computer is just like as a plastic box. Microprocessor shape as a small chip that is made up by silicon, and it has to responsible to performing all the functions of a central processing unit. Later on we will study this second definition. First we will see the block diagram of a digital computer. Now in this, first this is the input unit. Input unit means input devices we are going to connect through this. We have so many input devices are there. For example, keyboard, right? This is the input device. Now second, this is the output unit, means output devices. Output unit example is monitor, right? And in the center we have one storage unit, in which we have two type of storage, that is primary storage and secondary storage. Along with that we have central processing unit, that is CPU. This CPU will perform arithmetic and logical operations. Along with that we have one control unit as well as the memory unit is also there. So see, when this CPU is built on a single IC, then it is called the microprocessor. So this is the particular definition of microprocessor, right? So see, the description of this: data is entered with the help of input devices such as keyboard, mouse. The set of instructions is processed by the CPU after getting the input by the user, and then the computer system produces the output. Computer can show the output with the help of output devices to the user such as monitor, printer, etc. In the central part we have these things: CPU, that is central processing unit, second storage unit, third is ALU, fourth one is control unit. Now computer system, it is nothing without the central processing unit. So it is also known as brain or heat of the computer. CPU is an electronic hardware device. It can perform different type of operations such as arithmetic and logical operation. Now we will study the second definition of microprocessor. It's a control unit of computer, because recently we have seen with the help of block diagram that it is able to manage all various arithmetic logical unit operations. So it is capable to execute other operations also, such as computational activities like addition, subtraction, internal processing, device terminal communication and input-output management. Now see further, what is the evolution of microprocessor? First microprocessor that has been launched, name of the processor is 4004 in 1971. This is the size of that particular chip in micrometer, that is 10. 2300 transistors are there. Frequency is 0.75 megahertz. Word size is 4. It means it is a 4-bit microprocessor and it consumes the power 0.5 watt. Cache none, and it is a 16-pin dual inline package. Then next is 8008, then next is 8080, next is 8086, next is 80286, then Intel 386, then Intel 486, then Pentium, then Pentium Pro, Pentium 2, 3, 4, Pentium M core, Core 2 Duo, Core i7 Atom. Now you can see this is the various microprocessor that has been launched. One thing more I just want to add up here, prior to 8086 in one more microprocessor that has been launched. The name of the microprocessor is 8085. It has been launched in the year 1976 and it is a famous 8-bit microprocessor. So that we will study into the detail, and then we have to study the 8086 microprocessor. Later microprocessor we are not going to study it into the detail, but sometimes people can ask how many microprocessors are there. There is no such limitations. There are various variety of microprocessors that has been launched. This is the detail that has been given to you. You can study it. Next is, what is microprocessor and what is microcontroller? Now you can see the diagrammatic representation of both. Microprocessor, it is a heart of computer system, but microcontroller, it is a heart of embedded system. It is just a processor. Memory and input-output components have to be connected externally. You can see we are going to connect the various components like memory, timer, input-output parts, that is we are going to connect it externally. But in this, it has external processor along with internal memory and input-output component. You can see it with the help of diagram. Since memory and input-output has to be connected externally, the circuit becomes large. But in this case, memory and input-output are present internally. The circuit is very small, cannot be used in compact system, hence inefficient. But it can be used in compact systems, hence it is an efficient technique. Cost of the entire system increases. Cost of the entire system is low. Due to external component, entire power consumption is high. Hence, it is not suitable to use with devices which is running on stored power like batteries. Since external components are low, power consumption is very less and we can run it on the stored power like with the help of batteries. Most of the microprocessors do not have power saving features, but most of the microcontroller have power saving modes like idle mode and power saving mode. This helps to reduce the power consumption even further. Since memory and input-output components all are external, each instruction will need external operation. Hence, it is relatively slower because each instruction will be executed and it needs some kind of input operations, output operations. So, it will take some time to execute. Since components are internal, most of the operations are internal instruction, hence speed is fast. Microprocessors have less number of registers, hence more operations are memory based. Microcontroller has more number of registers, hence the program are easier to write. And it is based on the von Neumann architecture where program and data are stored in same memory module. But microcontroller is based on Harvard architecture where program memory and data memory are separate. It is mainly used in personal computers. It is used mainly in the washing machine, MP3 players and so on. So that's what about the difference of microprocessor and microcontroller. Next, about this course structure. Now see, there are 4 major parts under this subject. Number 1, we will study 8085 microprocessor in the detail, that is 8-bit microprocessor, right? Next, we will study 8086 microprocessor, that is 16-bit microprocessor, right? Next, we are going to study interfacing along with the 8086, right? Next, we are going to study ARM, that is a 32-bit microprocessor. Now, after that, these are the textbooks and reference books. First 3 are the textbooks, Gonker, Hall-Beatty, Furberes, and the next 2 are the reference book. You can follow any book, but Gonker is a very good book. You can follow this book, you can refer this book. So, That's what about this lecture. Thank you very much. In the next lecture, we will study in detail about what is 8085 microprocessor. First, we will study the features of 8085 microprocessor. Then along with that, we will study block diagram, pin diagram of 8085 microprocessor. Thank you very much.